So I never thought I'd hear myself say this, but it looks like we could be seeing a return of the M16A3 into Battlefield 4. Now this comes as a big surprise. Of course, recently we did just learn that we won't be seeing any new weapons with the last DLC, Final Stand. But it now looks like we could have a chance to have some new weapons still added to the game. So where has this information come from, I hear you ask? Well, once again, as always, it's come from the magical land of Twitter. A user by the name of GTA Gamer99 asked Tigger, of course David Serlin, one of the lead producers of Battlefield 4, is there a possibility to get the M16A3 back in Battlefield 4? To which Tigger replied, maybe, if we would add more weapons, it would be based on what people seem to want. Create an M16A3 fan group and I'll listen. Now this tweet has several different cool aspects to it. The first being there seems to still be an opportunity for us to get new weapons in Battlefield 4, something I know a lot of you guys will be very excited about. Reading the comments on my previous videos, you guys aren't very pleased that we aren't seeing any new weapons with the Final Stand DLC, but also it seems the developers want to know which weapons we would like to see back in the game. So this is an opportunity for us to actually choose which weapons we would like to see back in Battlefield 4 if the developers went ahead with it. Now the part of the tweet that I know will have a lot of people split an opinion is of course the M16A3 itself. There are a lot of people out there who love this gun in Battlefield 3 and they were very disappointed it didn't make a return into Battlefield 4. And there's probably an equal sized group of people who also hate this weapon and are very glad it didn't make a return into Battlefield 4. Now I want to know from you guys what your opinion is. Now down in the description below I'm going to leave a link to a poll. It's a very simple yes or no vote poll. I want all of you guys to go and vote on that poll, yes or no, whether you would want to see this weapon make a return into Battlefield 4. And then I will actually tweet that link and the results to Tigger on his Twitter page and hopefully it might give him some feedback and some information. So the more you guys who vote, the more of a better average we get. So whilst you're watching this video, click on the vote poll down below and leave your yes or no answer. Now as well as this, down in the comment section below, I also want to see you guys leave your top 3 weapons that you'd like to see make a return in Battlefield 4. Tigger did say the only weapons that would make a return are weapons that he thought people would want to see. Now for any of you guys who do leave a comment, I actually have 6 Evolve Alpha keys to give away, so leave your top 3 weapons you want to see make a return down below, and you could have a chance to win yourself an Evolve Alpha key. But getting ourselves back onto topic, the M16A3. Now I personally have a very split opinion about this weapon, probably like most Battlefield 3 players. When you're using this weapon, it's a gift from God. It's the most powerful super weapon you've ever seen. But when you're getting killed by it a lot, or even worse, you come against an entire team of players using the M16A3, it can be very frustrating. And it actually got itself known as the try-hard weapon. Only players who wanted a win and desperately wanted to be the best would use this weapon. And there is no shadow of a doubt it was the ultimate god gun of Battlefield 3. Now recently when I did my god gun video of Battlefield 4, it made me realise that the weapon balance in Battlefield 4 was far better than Battlefield 3. A lot of you guys couldn't actually decide on what the definitive best weapon of Battlefield 4 was. And that's a good thing. It actually means a lot of different weapons are very even, they compete well, whilst of course with Battlefield 3, I think everyone is in unanimous agreement that this is the ultimate weapon of the game. So if we were to see this gun make a return into Battlefield 4, what would it actually mean? Now by all intents and purposes, I think we have to assume it would be exactly the same statistically, because if they brought it back and they changed the stats, well there wouldn't really be much point in bringing it back. They'd only be bringing it back for the aesthetic value of the weapon. And we already have guns that look like the M16A3. We have the M16A4, the M416, so the only real true purpose of bringing this weapon back will be to bring it back exactly the same as it was in Battlefield 3. The same damage percentage, the same reload speed, the same rate of fire, the same accuracy, the same recoil. Otherwise, there is really no point in bringing it back. But that isn't to say it would be the exact same weapon. Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 are very different creatures. Not to mention they're on different engines, they have different weapon codes, they have different weapon balance. So even if we did see the M16A3 back with the exact same stats, it wouldn't necessarily be the same style weapon we've seen previously. It may not actually be the top dog anymore, there could be still better weapons already in Battlefield 4. So at the moment, personally, I still have a split opinion whether or not this would be a good thing or bad thing, or even if it would actually make much difference at all. But down in the comment section below, I want to hear from you, and of course, don't forget to fill in that poll, it would massively help me out. And of course, if you did enjoy this video, a like is massively appreciated. But in the meantime, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.